Where are you, Teresa? Please be on your way home. No, you're wrong. Teresa's not a stalker, okay?
Whitney, stop lying. I know the entire story. I know that you helped Teresa disguise herself so that she could get a job as Ivy Crane's secretary so that she could be closer to her target, Ethan.
No, that's not how it happened.
Teresa Lopez Fitzgerald is a stalker, and you've been covering for her all this time. When are you going to admit it to me and stop lying?
Did Frank confront Teresa at the Crane mansion? What if Ethan had her arrested? I can't take not knowing. Frank? What are you doing here?
I just came from a showdown at the Crane mansion with your best friend Teresa.
Really? I thought she might have got out of there before you got there.
No, we thought wrong, Whitney. No, as a matter of fact, I arrived just in time to haul her in front of Ethan, his girlfriend, and his mother, tear off her disguise, and expose her as Ethan Crane's stalker.
Oh my God. Is Teresa in jail?
I don't know where Teresa is at the moment, but I can tell you that she's not in jail.
But Ethan saw her without her disguise, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. And then he refused to identify her as a stalker.
I can't believe. I mean that, Ethan should, know that...
Just forget it, Whitney, all right? You all but admitted to me at school that Teresa was Ethan's attacker.
No, I didn't.
I know that Teresa was his stalker, and I know that you lied to me. Only thing I don't know is what bothers me more. You must be really proud of yourself, right? Maybe look like a complete jerk. But you see, I'm not blaming you for that.
Sounds like you are.
No. Not at all. See, I know better than allow my personal feelings to get in the way when I'm working on a case. Just something about you made me forget one of my own rules. And now I'm living to regret it. It takes his work real seriously, Whitney.
That was pretty obvious, Frank.
I never left a case unsolved. And I know I solved this one. But because Ethan won't back me up, I gotta mark this case down as my first loss. And I hate that. And I hate the fact that you and your friend made me look like a complete jerk.
I never meant to hurt you, Frank.
Oh, Whitney, save it. You know, I'm just sick of hearing all these lies come out of your beautiful mouth. I'll tell you something funny, though. You know, when I first met you, I was like, wow, finally. I've been looking to meet a girl like you for a long time. I said, this Whitney, she's different from all the rest. Why aren't you laughing? No, really, Whitney, I think that it's hilarious that you turned out to be just like all the other women that I run into in my line of work. Baby, you would lie like a rug to save your own neck.
That is not true.
Whitney, please. The only difference between you and them is that you're not as good a liar. Let's face it, I busted your own friend as a stalker despite all the lies that you told to me. All right, so I'm going to leave it to Ethan to explain why he covered up for Teresa. And maybe someday you'll be able to explain why you did what you did to me. But ask yourself this. Will I ever believe a word you say?
Teresa? Whitney. This is the worst day of my entire life. Well, aren't you going to even ask what happened at the Cranes? I already know. Frank told me the whole story. Before he told me how much he hates my guts.
You saw Frank?
I sure did. He told me all about unmasking you in front of Ethan. And Ethan denying you were his stalker, even though Frank knew you were. And then he called me a liar. And said that he couldn't stand liars. And walked out of my life.
I'm so sorry, Whitney. This is all my fault.
You got that right.
If it makes you feel any better, I didn't get off as easy as you think.
Obviously, Ethan didn't turn you in.
No, but he might as well have.
Why? What happened?
Ever since I was a little girl, I've had this reoccurring dream about what my life would be like someday.
That you'd marry Ethan Crane.
And we'd live in a mansion with our beautiful children, and Mama would join us for tea every afternoon instead of serving it. And I'd have expensive clothes and jewelry, and we'd travel all around the world and do anything we wanted.
Like you said, it was a dream, Teresa.
And now, in one afternoon, it's all gone. Just like that. I don't care so much about the jewelry and the clothes and the lifestyle. It's losing the one man I'll ever really love. I stood right in front of Ethan as myself, not in disguise. And instead of sweeping me up in his arms and telling me he couldn't live without me, he ordered me to stay out of his life forever.
I'm so sorry, Teresa. I know how much you wanted things to be different.
I love him, Whitney, and he hates me so much.
I know what that's like. But there's just one thing I don't get. If Ethan recognized you, why did he cover for you? Why didn't he expose you to everyone as his stalker?
I'm not really sure why Ethan didn't have me arrested right then and there.
Maybe he didn't want to hurt your mother.
Maybe it's because of me, too. I mean, before this happened, I could tell Ethan liked me. I even helped him with a report this morning.
You can't start dreaming again, Teresa.
I can't. I won't. Not after Ethan told me he never wants to see me again. Before I walked out of the house, Ethan asked me why he was the only person I had all these accidents around.
Did you tell him it was because you were in love with him?
Of course not. I'd die if he knew how I felt. Maybe I should have. I mean, maybe if I told Ethan I loved him, well, he'd realize he could love me too.
Teresa. Stop fantasizing about Ethan, Teresa. It's over. Just like whatever future I might have thought about with Frank is over.
I'm so sorry, Whitney. I knew you liked Frank.
So what if I did? It doesn't matter anymore because he doesn't want to know me any more than Ethan wants to know you.
Maybe you can put Frank out of your head, but it's not as easy for me. I have been dreaming about Ethan my whole life.
I know it's going to be hard for you to forget him, Teresa, but you've got to. You can't keep hurting yourself like this.
But now I'll never get my chance to tell Ethan I love him.
Maybe it's better that you don't, Teresa. I mean, that way your mother can keep working for the Cranes without...
Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Whitney?
What if your mother tells Ethan that you're in love with him?
Tell me,